Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. We appreciate your viewership. Let's always get started with our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning and Drew Pollard. Hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs, and we need to get comfortable because it's low. Tonight's going to be 35, 36 here on the coast and colder inland, and it's going to be warm. It's going to warm up to 56 today, but really good winter December weather. I really enjoy it. I know you do too. Our temperature in the Gulf at the end of the period dropped 1 degree, actually 2 degrees since last Thursday. It's down to 70 degrees even. It's about to break, get into the 60s soon. So that's going to be interesting to follow that. Our river reading is brought to us by our good folks at Panama City Coca-Cola. They've always been good to us, and we appreciate them. Most rivers are pretty flat as far as not much movement. They sort of parallel each other. Apalachicola Bluntstown 4.9. The Choctaw Carabelle, a 2.9, and you can see what they're doing. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good strong tides. I mentioned this yesterday. We have a low tide this morning at 9:04 and a high tide at 10:17. And when we get the tide, that's right there at the pass as it's coming in. So you can adjust it as you go more toward North Bay and East Bay, and a little bit of movement that way. The wind. Not much wind is going to be coming out of north, still some cool wind. It's going to be coming 5 to 10. Real comfortable day. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I always get started with some pictures, and I always enjoy the stories behind the pictures. It always adds a lot to them. And this first one special, this is Michelle Mask sent this picture of her son, Dalton. This is Dalton Mask. And let me tell you the story of Dalton before I get into the pictures. Dalton came down with a serious illness a good while back, and he's doing good now, but he always loved the outdoors, loved to hunt. And Michelle Mask is just a great mom, and she's a volleyball coach at Mosley, known her a very long time, and good folks. Her dad, his dad's a good man, works for the Secret Service, just a good family. But Dalton got sick, and she'd text me, wanting to know if I knew anybody, because Dalton loved to hunt, wanting to know if I knew anybody would maybe take him hunting, or have a little, any kind of situation he could get into to sort of just help him out. And sure enough, I found Mike Edwards and some of those older guys got together and took him into their lease, and they joined the lease, and he just had a grand time. I ran into him the other day. He looks good, doing so much better. And he, when she posted this, she told me about it. This is, I'm proud of this guy, but look what she said. So thankful for good friends. So good friends for his that took him out. And here's Dalton right there. Good job, Dalton. He's doing real well, and just real proud of you. A big old smile on his face, and I know he's excited. So appreciate all those good people helping other outdoorsmen out. Speaking of tree stands and all, this is interesting. It makes a lot of sense if you're on a public land or whatever. This is how I leave my blind all year long. The deer get used to seeing someone in there, so when I'm there, no big deal. Try it. The head came from a beauty school. They just throw the used ones away after they cut the hair. So what this is just hanging. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Let's see. Here it is right here. If you're a deer or if you're another hunter and you're trespassing, you're going to get out of there. But that's how it looks from outside. And here it is. It's just hanging in there like that. I never thought about that. Did y'all ever think about something like that? Great story here. Connor James McLean, one of my former students. Here's a cool one for you, Coach. My sister, Catherine McLean, went duck hunting for the first time this morning with my brother Michael, and she shot her first duck ever. The kicker is that her first duck ever on her first duck hunt ever happened to be banded. She has been spoiled this Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And for that to happen, here's a picture. Connor, thanks for sharing that with me. And here she is right there. There's a cute little girl, and her first shot, her first hunt. See, this one is banded. You don't do this very often. You don't. See, there's a band right there. See it? Is that not cool? Of course, I used to have to mail mine off to Washington, D.C., Department of Interior, and about 3 weeks later I'd get a response. Now you just go online, and here's where it was banded. This is U.S. Geological Survey. It was banded. It was hatched in 2022. Location near Baton Rouge, Louisiana is where it was banded, and right there. And then it was taken to Washington County, Florida. So that made ironically, like a eastward migration, and it's a wood duck. I'll go back to the picture, a wood duck. And you know, we think about wood ducks not migrating, but they flat sure do. So isn't that a great story? What a memorable hunt. Good job, the McLean family. Thank you, Connor. Okay, it's hard to beat these stories. Bobby Westbury, he's up there. This is around Chattanooga. This is one of Bobby's former kids. Played ball for him way back. 60-pound catfish. He's got a boat at the dock. This guy, one of our dock peeps' son, just landed a 60-pound catfish off the back of the boat. I netted it, but he gave him one heck of a fight. After picks, we tossed it back in. So they got it. This is something you see on reality TV. I don't know which one's belly is bigger, but that's just hilarious. I cracked up when I saw that. So they got the picture and threw it back. Okay, let's go. This is a flashback to 2016 on Thanksgiving Day, and while they were catching these yellow-breasted brim at Chipley Creek out of the Apalachicola, my cousin Grover Davis. They caught 96 yesterday. What Grover would do, he would take he'd redone one of the old Queen Fleet boats and called it the Fantasy Island, and he had it fixed up, and he would take it down to Apalachicola around the lower part of the river system, and there would be a group of the family and friends, and they would stay on board, and some would just come and eat with them, and there'd be a group of them that were just headquartered there during Thanksgiving, and it was just legendary, some of the times they had as far as catching fish, fellowshipping, and reminiscing. And that's one of the guys on a trip flashed back to those days about 8 years ago, but Grover did it for a good long period of time, so that was cool. Let me show you this real quick. We haven't had much, this is a boating fatality, but I just ran across it up in Tennessee on Kentucky Lake right during Thanksgiving. Basically, I don't know what happened to a 63-year-old guy, but he had a small John boat, and that's something you got to be from the campground, and he's working on a duck blind. So you know probably what happened. He just found, probably fell in the water or something, but you don't know really. But the thing about the reason I mentioned it to you, but anyway, this was the 22nd fatality on the Tennessee waterways this year. That is really quite a few fatalities when you stop and think about it. They're not like us with all of our bays and all these, so many lakes here. But what happens when you get these small John boats, and we've all been out in them, they're sort of hard to keep you balanced, and they're real risky getting out on a big body of water. So that's why I brought it up, to just be careful with John boats and get kids to be careful. A lot of times kids want to get in John boats, and they're fun in these little ponds and all, but on a big old open body of water, you need to be careful. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. During Thanksgiving holidays and during the hunting season, we often talk about getting together with groups, and a lot of folks have hunting camps, hunting lodges, and different sided campsites and all, and clubs and different leases, and it's just a way of life here. It's not just here; it's all over the place in America. I know there's some great hunting camps up there in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, because I've talked to guys who have hunted there over the years, and in Wisconsin, hunting camps and all, just sort of special. And here we have quite a few in the Florida Panhandle, and I get invited to the Bear Creek Hunting Club. I've showed the pictures before. They have about 12,000 acres. If you go north on 231, take a right on 20, and go about 4 or 5 miles, is all that land north of Highway 20. Some of the solar farms have taken away some of their acreage, but they're still a great group. I always get invited with Charlie Wooten, the Mathis boys, and Alan Hawkins. I know a bunch of them up there. So what I do, instead of taking my camera, I just take my phone up there and just shoot some little spots as we're going along, because I don't want to miss the fellowship, the fun, and especially the food. So I've got several little clips here and to share with you, because I just want you to get a feel of these hunting camps. Let me see if we get started right here. Okay, here we go. I get up there and they, okay, this is what's great. This is fresh mullet out of St. Joe Bay, thanks to Daniel Raphael and Raphael fishing folks. This is old school stuff here. So you can see now they're taking it. I'm just, okay, so now our next one here, they're breading it. And you notice how you sort of shake it off, get the excess off. This is fresh mullet. Okay. And then that's red roe. Can y'all see that red roe in there? I know some of y'all noticed it right away. And that little thing right there from Bass Pro Shops, that's ideal. See what I'm doing with it? You shake it, you turn it upside down, and it clears the batter off. You flip it back over, and it gets all that excess batter off of the fish. So now you get them you got a crew there. See Laura back there. And that's a great cooker. A big old pan like that can cook a lot of fish. You got good steady heat. You want about 350 degrees, and there it is. The Masters boys. This ain't their first fish fry. And that's some red roe right there. Moving along, so it's cooking good. More people are sort of showing up. Okay. You want to drain it really good. You know, these are some big mullet, I'm telling you, some good sized mullet. I've got a group out there, so that's the setup there. Okay, inside the little camp house, the ladies are getting everything ready. They were having a fun time. They got the hush puppies, already got everything laid out. People brought some covered dishes and potato salad. Look at that, fish hot. Get everything set up, and I'll go back outside and I just checking on the crowd showing up. It was real cool that night. This is Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. I always do it Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, and got the fire going. That's always a good fire there. Okay, and then the smoked mullet. I cannot tell you how good this was. That's in a smoker. Some great. I mean, folks, if you've never had smoked mullet, you don't know what you're missing. Look at there. You keep the skin on it. Just fillet it out, but open up like that. Okay, all right. And then Charlie Wooten there in Orange, he's getting ready to get some folks at Aiden Blessing, and a lot of good folks there getting ready for Thanksgiving hunting season. That's their camp house right there. They got a lot of food. And there's Steve Rogers, one of our viewers, Rod Rapping Steve, and some other folks there. We're getting ready to eat now. Everybody's getting happy. In fact, they're just getting serving. I told the ladies to go first. So here's my plate. I took a picture and sent this home to Gail. Gail didn't go with him, but here's what I got. Right on top, a red roe mullet, 2 big old fried mullet, and then down here is a smoked mullet, and underneath is baked beans and coleslaw and potato salad, and and then I didn't show my banana pudding. I got some. They brought some banana pudding afterwards, so I almost ate too much, but it was so much fun. I just wanted to share with you the fish fry at a hunting camp, and how much fun we had. Okay, now I want to. I got some correspondence I want to share with you. Let me get back to where. Let's get to the. Let me see. I've got my personal stuff mixed in with our Christmas. I did get to go. Gail and I got to go to the FSU football game, FSU Florida football game. Now, here are a couple of pictures there. This is us. We went with our good friends Carl and Daryl and Andrews. We posed there, and then we went. Then the next picture. Let me go back to. Here they are right here. Good friends Carl and Daryl and Andrews, and boy did we have some great seats in the Champions Club, and we knew one of us was going to leave happy, so we enjoyed it. Great hospitality. And let me see. Around these two boys here, Eli and Cooper. These two boys are at the the seniors at Arnold, on my left, your right, Eli is the number 1 ranked left-handed pitcher in the state of Florida in high school. And on my right is Cooper Moss. He's the number 2 ranked right-hand pitcher in the state of Florida, and they both committed to Florida this year. And granted, they sat right down there by us. It's great to see them. College football, really enjoy college football. And there was some, over the Thanksgiving, some great games and all. I know you got to see them, a lot of them. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's pick back up with our pictures here. I got 1 or 2 hunting pictures. Donnie Messer. Donnie's a fine hunter. Thank you, Lord, is always first, and been chasing this one hard since the opening day of bow season. So he got him. He's been after him and put many hours into getting that one. Good job, Donnie Messer. There he is. One of my former happy students. This is good. Jennifer Dutton Williams. Okay, her first sit of the year. This is back when it was warm before the cold weather came in. Already killed 5 wasps, and I'll bring that up because all these, we talk about all these hunting camps, and all the hunting camps have it, especially these wooden tree stands. They have wasp nests that's built in them over the years. So it's always good to set off a bomb, but she said her husband already set a bomb off inside of all of them, but obviously didn't get them all. So always be careful. A wasp nest out in the woods, especially around structure like that. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a quick look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 12:17 to 2:17 this morning, and after lunch at 12:46 to 2:46. Be a good time to get out of the way. Pretty days. We had some pretty cloudless days. We always talk about, just real people doing real things, and that's why we've been pressed on the show, because all these pictures I show you and different things, the relationships we have with family and outdoors has always been so special to us. And y'all, over the years, been so good about checking on, not myself only, but just our family, and I appreciate it. And sometimes when I like to share family pictures with you, I don't want to overdo it. But a lot of times y'all ask about Whitney because you have sort of a bond with her from like 10 years ago when she was doing cast and call as a little girl. Now she's a big girl and working girl. So, but I appreciate a lot of y'all asking about her. And we did a lot of outdoor stuff with her in the early years. So she told us she couldn't come home for Thanksgiving this year. She's up in Tupelo because she couldn't get off work on that Friday. So we were disappointed, but we understood. And so we're getting ready for Thanksgiving that Wednesday night. And Gail's phone rings at midnight on Wednesday night. And it was Whitney, and she said, "I'm at y'all's front door." So she came in and surprised us for Thanksgiving. So she hadn't told her mom and dad. So when Wendy and Walter came over Thursday morning, she spent the night with us, and she wanted to surprise her mom and dad. And I just want to show you a little quick, just because of the human emotions of it, the little 20-something seconds of her coming in right here. Let me see if I can. Is that going to play there, Steph? No, it's not, is it? Okay. I've had this thing updated. We've updated it. When you do the updates, and I don't know if it's going to play. Here it is. Okay, here we go. So she's coming. There's Wendy coming in. And Wendy sees her, and Wendy starts crying, and she's surprised her. And Wendy's so happy to see her because we didn't think she was going to be here for Thanksgiving. They're actually taking a picture, and there's Walter about there, and he starts crying, and that's pure joy and happiness from our family on Thanksgiving morning. There's a little dog running around, and everyone, that was just so special. So I just wanted to share that with you because a lot of times y'all asking about, and I just wanted to share that with you. So moving on, some other family things too, other pictures that y'all are good about sharing. Pam, let me see. I love these updates. Pam Roper Bouvier, she was in my first class I had in outdoor education. She sent me this note right here. Here we go. I'll read it to you. Good afternoon, Coach Chester. This is Pam Roper Bouvier. I'm sending you pictures of 2 of the kids that killed deer at our lease on the Promised Land lease yesterday in hopes that you might show the picture or video on your show. I thought the 2 of them would get a kick out of that. So here we go. We're certainly going to show them. Okay. This is Cade Nichols. Cade, that is a nice buck, young man, on the Promised Land lease. And I know a lot of the folks in that lease, and that's some good people, and that's Cade. And then check out Grace Cutting. Look at Grace, that big old smile on her face. She's got a nice deer. So I know they're going to enjoy eating that deer, and I know the fellowship is a lot of fun too that y'all had over Thanksgiving weekend. So thanks you, Pam, for sharing that with me. I've got I got a video. I don't have time to show it. I want to also always close out all week long. I'm talking about a little toy drive here. Don't forget up here in Southport at Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. That's going really well. The toys are pouring in, and we're going to take those to a lot of elementary schools whose principals and teachers have found kids who have been really, really needy. Okay, I've got Carol Miller. Carol, thank you for the correspondence you sent, the pictures you sent. I'm going to go ahead and show one of them because she's so good about sending them. Let me see. Here it is right. Carol sent this. Hello. Hope you and Miss Gail had a great Thanksgiving. We took an out-of-state friend to a local treasure and thought your viewers would like a reminder of a great place for a day trip, the Mariana Cavern State Park. It's a great outing. It was getting cooler outside. The cave is still 68 degrees inside and beautiful. It's not far to drive. With the cooler weather, the hiking in the park is great and bug-free. Best regards, Carol. And it's so good to hear from Carol. She's one of our loyal viewers, and she always adds a lot too. And here's some of the pictures from inside the caverns. And she's right, we take it for granted, the Mariana Caverns, and they're just absolutely gorgeous, and just what a wonderful piece of nature we have right up here, right on our nose and all. Look at this. Okay, and now Carol also, okay, she sent me some more pictures. I'm gonna show those at the beginning of the show tomorrow. Of just doing different things here during the holidays with friends coming down and just sharing the outdoors with them. So thanks, Carol, for doing that. And if y'all have some good pictures of family and friends doing things in outdoors, y'all share them with us. It's a lot of fun. I can make a whole show out of it. Got to wrap it up for today. Y'all always want to do something good for someone else today. Enjoy the outdoors. Take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.